Is the most horrifying thing your parents have ever done? I'm a product of a one-night stand, a mistake that never should have happened, my mother used to say. My parents never lived together. I didn't even know I had a father until I was 6 years old. I don't remember ever asking my mom about my dad. I had quite a few father figures in my life, uncles, cousins, and my mother's coworkers, so I didn't really think I was missing out on anything. My mother didn't even tell my dad I existed till I was almost 3, and it was only because she wanted child support. My dad asked for proof, so she took him to court. All the judge saw was an irresponsible man who refused to acknowledge me, so the judge ordered him to pay $1,800 a month in child support. Outrageous. My father agreed but demanded to meet me. My mother finally gave in right before I turned 6. He lived in another state, so we flew out to see him. I warmed up to him immediately. He gave me a lot more attention than my mom. He actually played with me. I have fond memories of running around on the beach with him. When it was time to go, I was inconsolable. I didn't want to leave. Due to the distance and my mother's selfishness, I didn't see him often. I belonged to my mom and was only allowed to see him on her terms, but we did call each other a lot. When I was 10 years old, he was diagnosed with cancer, a brain tumor. It was inoperable. He must have known it was a death sentence, but he protected me from that. He only ever wanted to talk about me and how I was doing. One night when I was 11 years old, my mom flatly told me my father was dead. I asked how and why. I didn't understand how seriously sick he was. My mom told me to quit bothering her and go to my room. I had only known him for 5 years. I only saw him a total of 3 or 4 times. My mother purposely kept me from him, and I'll never forgive her. My mother was not a good person. After I turned 9, she pretty much lost interest in me, and I was passed around from relative to relative as she needed breaks from me. When I was a teenager, she went from ignoring me to humiliating me. My dad didn't come and get me because he couldn't. My mother had full custody and she was a single mother, so the court sided with her. Before he got sick, he was trying to get more visitation and was eventually gonna try for partial custody. He wasn't a bad person. He was trying to respect my mother's wishes. He didn't know what kind of person she really was.